All right, homies, today we are talking about the cross. I'm Coach Dale. Let's get into it. 1, 2, 3. So, the cross. The cross is going to be your backhand. Go ahead, face camera for me. So, your jab is your lead hand. We know that. If I switch stance, right, this is the jab, okay? So, I am orthodox, so I stand with my left foot in front. My jab is my left hand. My cross is my right hand. If I switch, right, this is called southpaw stance, where my right foot's in front, my right hand now becomes a jab, and my left hand becomes a cross. But since I'm orthodox, we'll do the video in this way, right? So, we've got our jab, that's our radar, just finding things, creating openings, creating distance, really managing space, right? And then we have our cross, that's our knockout punch. That's a hard one, okay? We're gonna be throwing this a little bit harder than the jab, a little bit faster, and a little bit more twist and power through it. So, starting off with the basics of it, I'm in my fight stance. I'm gonna be this way here. Go ahead and face that way a little bit, and switch your stance to a southpaw. Yeah, and face that way a little bit. So now we've got this kind of look here. There we go. Okay, so with that cross, I'm starting off. Elbows tight, chin tucked. I'm gonna start twisting, and all the way, letting that arm out, straight out. I don't wanna flare that elbow out early, right? I wanna come in nice and tight, and right at the end, I whip it. So it'll look like this. Twisting my body as much as I can, pushing off that back foot to get the power. Bam! One more. Bam! And that's what you're looking at for your cross. That's the basic structure of the cross, okay? So, how do we use this cross in a fight? Okay, so let's get into that part. Here, I'm throwing my jab, I finally found it. Beep, 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 beep. My homing radar just went off, so now it's time to throw the cross. I've got his hands up, so I don't want to punch him here, right? It's just gonna punch his glove. So what I would do in this situation, if his hands are up, boom, go to the body, okay? So I'm jabbing, he finally gets his hand up, and I touch something, boom, I get that body shot. Just sucks a little bit of air out of him, okay? Another way I can use that jab is maybe I fake this one, right? He shells up, and then I want to punch him hard in the glove. I just want him to start moving around and respecting my power, right? Because if I'm nonstop jabbing this guy, he's not going to respect me at all. But if he feels this one come through, boom, and it hurts, even if I hit his glove or not, he's like, uh-oh, I got to be a little more careful with what I'm doing with this guy because he's a little bit more stronger than I thought. I now have to respect every shot he throws at me, okay? So that's the way I like to use the cross. It's your knockout punch, one of the most you'll ever see. A couple of ways to throw that punch. So we know the regular way, right here, twisting out that we just went over. Now there's also an overhand version of it we're going to talk about right here. So we've got a hook here, we've got our cross here, and then we've got this thing that's kind of in the middle like an overhand. A lot of times you'll duck down for this one, so maybe I'll come down here. Well, I'm going to look at his stomach, jab, and then throw over this way. That way I get him to go down, right? Or maybe I look like I'm going to shoot on him and tackle him. He opens up like that, and I throw that overhand. On the overhand, I want to come here. On the overhand, I want to come here, coming around like a rainbow, and then boom, I want to drop my first two knuckles right in the side of his head. If he's like, oh no, gotcha! I want to go right there in the side of his head, or if I can get it right in his socket. So take a look at what it looks like here. Alright, so I'm jabbing to the body, because I know he's going to drop his hands. I got the reaction I wanted. He's dropping his hands, he's leaving this side open. That's what I wanted, so now it's time. Boom, I got the reaction. Boom, I got the reaction. Third one, I fake it, I drop down, change levels, turn over, boom, throw that punch. Okay, you can go back and look at the Bryce Mitchell and Emmett fight. Was it like 2 months ago? No, it was Josh Emmett and Bryce Mitchell. He does it perfectly. Josh Emmett knocked out Bryce Mitchell with this about 2 months ago. Perfectly. Go look at that UFC fight, Josh Emmett versus Bryce Mitchell. He looks like he's always looking like he's getting ready to shoot. He looks like he's getting ready to shoot and take him down. He comes down, boom, and perfectly knocks him out, okay? So that's another way to use it. Once again, we have the straight cross, boom, and then we have the more overhand style where I'm going to lean off to the side a little bit more and turn my knuckles over a little bit more. Other than that, get your ass up and let's go train. 1, 2, 3.